the apparent motivelessness of the crime, but maybe this person has a fixation or a strong fascination with Jill Dando. Maybe he's displayed that in some way with collection of photographs, constant talking. I'm not sure, but people need to look again to their partners or others. Was he concerned or fascinated by Jill Dando? What was he doing on Monday the 26th of April? Was he late for work? Did he not turn up for work? Was there some features of his behaviour which was different on that day?
Well, it's a free call number here, 0500 600 600. Please call if you can identify any of those people that have to be eliminated, and please let us know if you've any suspicions about an individual who may have done this. There are many more detectives standing by the incident room at Kensington. The number there is 0181 246 0732, 0181 246 0732. And let me repeat, as if it needed saying, that total reward is £150,000. Please, though, could I ask you, don't ring on the numbers I've just given you for condolences for Jill. We really need these lines open for the clues for our appeals tonight.
My first case tonight isn't a major crime, to be honest, but it is so mean that I think everyone in the community will want to help us. This is the man we're after, a bully who's rifling through someone's valued possessions at Mornington Crescent Underground Station in North London. Among the things he took was a Burt Lancaster video, King of Kings. This is how it happened. After hanging about for a while, he spies this man, who's autistic and obviously very vulnerable. The man threatens to stab and shoot his victim, causing such panic that he can now no longer go out on his own. Please tell us who this is. He's 5'6" to 5'8", in his 20s, with a large nose and a scar by his left eye. 0500 600 600 here to the studio, or you can call the British Transport Police direct on 0171 387 0354. That's 0171 387 0354.
I've got some more video of another unpleasant robbery, this time in Sussex. This is an off-licence in Eastbourne on Easter Monday. Can you tell us who this is in the woolly hat with Tottenham written across it? First, he attacks a female member of staff and then punches a man who comes to her aid. He and his accomplice grab some cash out of the till. Who is he? He's medium height but stocky, mid-20s, and his sweatshirt says Howard's. Maybe it's the name of a Keep Fit place. Anyway, 0500 600 600 here, or the Eastbourne incident room on 0845 607 0999. That's 0845 607 0999.
In September last year, we reconstructed two rapes committed 6 years apart, the first in Brentwood, Essex, the other in Bermondsey, southeast London. A man who was watching Crimewatch became obviously agitated, and later, when asked to give a DNA sample, he persuaded a friend to go in his place. The switch was spotted by detectives, who then arrested the original suspect. On Friday, Anthony John Chandler pleaded guilty to 3 counts of rape and to perverting the course of justice. He's due to be sentenced next month. 15 arrests since last month's Crimewatch, including one on the double murder in Norfolk we reconstructed back in March. Janice and Connie Sheridan were found dead in their home in the Fens. Crimewatch viewers provided what Detective Inspector Paul Chapman called a tremendous response. But it was the investigation team's own attention to detail that started a new line of inquiry. Kevin William Cottrell, a 33-year-old salesman from Swaffham, has now been charged with 2 counts of murder. Belgrave Road in Leicester is known as the Golden Mile. Dozens of Asian goldsmiths have congregated there, and people travel to shop there from all over the UK. About a month ago, one Thursday afternoon, one of the family businesses was robbed.
22nd of April.
We opened between, say, 10:30 and 11 o'clock, from Monday to Saturday. We sell mainly Asian 22-carat jewellery and a few diamond rings, and we do a lot to order as well, some specific designs customers want, from chains to bangles, bracelets, rings, earrings. In the back of the shop, there's several machines that we use to put the gold through, which makes it into different shapes. There's a polishing machine, there's a milling machine, and there's a gas fire. You can't even hear this telephone sometimes. It's a bit like a fairground, really. I mean, instead of people shouting, it's just like different machines on all the time. I was actually making a bangle for a customer that somebody ordered. And I was soldering it in, putting the gas on and firing it, making it into shape.
It's unusual to see 5 men in a car on a weekday afternoon. But that Thursday, a blue Vauxhall Belmont arrived in Leicester from Wolverhampton, perhaps with 5 men in it. We know for certain it came from Wolverhampton because it had been stolen there the night before.
When I saw the first man coming, I opened the door for him. I thought he was a customer.
Was there anything special you wanted to look at?
Yes. I'd like to have a look at your bracelets and rings, please.
Over here, we have a good selection, even if I say so myself.
He was wearing tinted sunglasses and Indian bracelets, white trainers, and is about 6 foot.
He seemed about 26 or 27 years old, and the jeweller also noticed he had a mole on his left cheek.
I don't know whether it's yes gas or what. It was so terrible, so I just fainted.
As the car sped off, the driver was seen to have a goatee beard. The car made off towards the city centre. A few seconds later, the Vauxhall turned off into Abbey Park. It's now around 3 p.m. on Thursday the 22nd of April. Did you see anyone switch cars here? The stolen Vauxhall was abandoned.
You just feel terrified, you're just in a state of panic as well. You don't know what to do first, whether to call the police or whether to go and look for your dad or chase them, or, you know, whether it's worth it, or you just don't know what to do. You're in a state of shock.
Tony, the Wolverhampton link, the car was stolen from there. You think there's another reason to link Wolverhampton?
Yes, a few days ago there was a very similar robbery in Wolverhampton, a few days before this offence, which involved a group of Asian males on another Asian jewellery shop, and again CS spray was used to steal Asian jewellery.
Now, you don't know where the gang went, whether they went back to Wolverhampton or wherever. The last sightings in Abbey Park, where they dumped the Vauxhall, no one seemed to have seen that.
Yeah, that's right. They left the vehicle there. What we don't know is whether they got into another getaway vehicle or whether they made off on foot.
Now, assuming we might get some people who witnessed that, what about the actual people themselves? We saw the driver of that car had this goatee beard. One of the others apparently has very distinctive eyes.
Yes, that's right. One of the men that was wearing a balaclava had distinctive green eyes. What we don't know, were they contact lenses or were these natural?
And the guy that came into the shop, first of all, a good description of him. He's 6 foot tall. What else can you tell us about him?
Yeah, he was wearing a Punjabi suit and he had a distinctive mole on his left cheek.
Yeah. And his accent?
He spoke with an undistinguishable middle-class accent.
Okay. Now, some of them spoke some Hindi as well.
Yes, the word shallow was used, which means let's go, let's go.
Okay. Now, these sort of things that they stole, interestingly, they didn't take ones which